right. Team Nationals, my predictions. Just wanted to clarify, this is 100% speculation. I have no insider knowledge of what's coming or what we're doing at Team Nationals. This is 100% my guesses. All right, we are a few weeks away from Team Nationals now, and I have some predictions of what we might see. But before I get into my predictions, let's go over what we know already. All right, so we know that he's released, or the team from New Zealand Nationals has released some equipment. We see the parallel bars. So these are a new implement that we know are going to be coming up at Team Nationals. Are they going to be used for just Elite, RX and Scaled? We don't know. We will find out. But we know that they are going to be making an appearance. More on that later. What else do we know? Let's have a look at the workouts that have been released so far. We know Event 1, Run Swim Mailman, 4-time, 2 times team members run less than 5k, tag 2 times team members swim more than 500 meters, tag 2 times team members run more than 5k. Alright, time cap says 120 minutes, which is 2 hours, so it's a long time cap. Each team member may complete only one segment of the workout. Team members who run must hold one end of the same piece of rope for the duration of the segment. Team members must tag the next 2 team members at the same time, i.e. a team member cannot start a particular segment until both have completed the segment prior. Master teams excluded from this rule, firstly, for the first runner. Swimmers must provide and swim in their own wetsuits and must wear a Nationals branded swim cap. Route to be announced, segment time cap to be announced, variations. So what that tells us is that inside the workout, there could potentially be other workouts involved. So segment time caps. Does that mean event 1 is 2 events, or 3 events even, considering 3 parts? Could be, I don't know. Variations, Scaled, RX and Elite, none, so no variations apart from Masters. One team member runs, 2 swim, and then 1 runs. Yeah, I mean, on paper, it looks pretty straightforward. I mean, you have the numbers of 5k, 500, 5k. Obviously, runners do less, swimmers do more than 500 meters, and runners do more than 5k. Could we see that the run that is less than 5k, a carry? Maybe. I would like to think so. Swim more than 500 meters. 500 meters for now, for most people in this competitive CrossFit space, should be a doable number. Alright, if you're not swimming for more than 500 meters, in your swim sessions that you train with, then you should probably be looking at that or getting out in the water more. And then more than 5k run, I think that's pretty good, considering most CrossFitters can run or don't want to run, but they do. Cool, so that's the first event, or maybe the first couple of events. Maybe I'm reading into that too much. Event 2, Move Marty. So we have this released quite a while ago. It is 4-time as a team, 30 worm clean and jerks, 200 meter run, 20 worm clean and jerks, 400 meter run, 40 worm clean and jerks, 800 meter run, 10 worm clean and jerks. So the order of, or the descending rep scheme kind of goes out the window there. It's sort of ascending and then descending, so the worm clean and jerks go up to 40 and then on the last round back down to 10, but your runs increase, so you go 200, 400, 800. What do we know about this? 20-minute time cap. Segments may be reordered to team's discretion, right? So you may reorder the segments. Cool, I like that. The 200, 400, 800 runs legs are completed as a team. A team cannot start the next segment of worm clean and jerks until the team member have returned. Alright, so the full team must finish that run then they can start on the worm clean and jerks. Scoring run legs are awarded 1 repetition per 100 meters complete. So they must have a way to measure or judge 100 meters. So could we see 100 meters out and back as it's scored? Potentially, it might clean up some things from last year where the carry was a little bit skewed in terms of scoring. However, repetitions for the run leg are only awarded once complete. Alright, so they must complete the whole thing. So maybe they'll just have judges out there marking the course. variations, scaled RX Elite 6-person worm, Masters 2 to 3-person worm. So yeah, we know that our Masters have that smaller worm. It is quite heavy, but it's smaller. So that's what we know in terms of Team Nationals and what's coming up. Now let's get into some of my predictions. Starting off at number 5, I'm going to say there's going to be a carry in there. So as I touched on in that first swim run event, I have a feeling there might be a carry for that first run. Maybe not, but I do think there's going to be some form of a carry showing up. Last year we saw a carry in terms of stretches and a Zertra run, and there was also those sandbag shuttles, which are a small carry. So I do think that we will see some form of a carry popping up, whether it is with the stretches that he loves to use, or the team loves to use. The Zertra was something new. I don't think we'll see something like that again this year, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Number 4, I think, and we've seen this years prior, we're going to see a split of the team, alright? So we'll see a workout that has 2 or 4 people in the team, and you must choose where your team members go, and opposing team members cannot do those certain events. So I think it's a pretty safe bet to see that. Looking at how the day is stacked out, we've got 7 events with an exhibition event. I assume it's on the last day. It might not be, but I'd like to think that maybe events, I want to say like either 4 or 5, 5 and 6 might be those back-to-back events with split teams or something like that. But we could also see the team split down the middle, 3 go, 3 go, and then again those could be back-to-back events as well. So I think we will see a divide in the team, and teams being made to choose where each person goes depending on what the workout is. And maybe we don't know what that workout is, so that'll be interesting to see. Number 3, and I've touched this on already with the new equipment, so we do know that there is P-bars, or big long parallel bars, that have been teased for handstand walking. I like to think that they're not just being used at handstand walks. There's so many uses for parallel bars that I don't think it's going to be limited to that, although could be wrong for sure. It might just be for those parallel handstand walks, but I like to think maybe it could be used with dips or parallel reverses as well. So that's my 3rd prediction for Team Nationals. My 2nd one, I think this year we're going to see less worm and more barbell work. I think more and more gyms have got their hands on a 6-man worm, or just 4 or 3. I think everyone's been practicing on the worm, so I think this year we're actually going to see less worm work and more barbell conditioning, just to see if we can catch people out on where they're prioritizing time. So point number 2, or prediction number 2, is I think there'll be less worm work altogether. I think maybe that a lot of gyms have brought a new worm, a 6-man, 4-man, 3-man, and maybe we're going to see less worm work this year than we have in the past, and go back to barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells. As always, I could be wrong, but this is my wild prediction that I'm going to chuck out there and see what happens. And my number 1 prediction is that we are going to see some new equipment on the floor. I think the team behind New Zealand Nationals is very creative and what they bring to the floor. I think they're really going all in on this year, and I think we're going to see some cool, new, exciting stuff that is going to change up the game this year. I think teams got really good at what he's done in the past, or what the team's done in the past. So I think this year we will see some new implements that's going to really test us as a team going forward into the next few years. So that is my team, my predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember, subscribe, turn that bell on. See you out there.